Who will use this portal? Who will live to return here? And what will they think of this machine that I've buried? Those I have fought for so long. Those who, it is clear to me now, ultimately will and must inherit the mantle. I can only hope that they will survive, and upon returning, that they will find this portal and use it to travel to the Ark, in order that they might discover their rightful place in the galaxy, and the great responsibility that they have inherited. They are the last of my children. They must reclaim their birthright. Those were among the last thoughts of the forerunner known as the Librarian. As she rested in the African plains, Retriever Sentinels began building a massive construct from a Gargantua-class transport and resources mined from the Earth itself. The Halo array would fire, wiping out all life in the galaxy, including the Librarian, but construction would continue. Humanity in all its various forms and shapes was reseeded on Earth, while construction continued still. Time would pass, the Forerunners would be forgotten, and primitive minds would try to understand what they saw before them. Massive beings, gods perhaps, tearing Mother Earth apart to build a great machine. And finally, eventually, the machine was complete. This was the final gift of the Librarian, the final step in her plan for humanity, the portal to the Ark. For almost 100,000 years, the massive installation remained buried under what would become the country of Kenya. For the majority of human history, the portal site would remain hidden. However, the Office of Naval Intelligence would discover a portion of the massive underground complex and build their Alpha site over it. New Mombasa's superintendent was also built beneath the Alpha site. On October 20th, however, the ancient secret would be fully revealed. The High Prophet of Regret arrived at Earth, searching for the portal. He had discovered the coordinates from a luminary that mentioned the portal, but not that the planet was the homeworld of humanity. When Regret arrived, he found a sizable defense. While Regret broke through Earth's defenses, he was eventually forced to flee, jumping into slipspace above the city of New Mombasa. In his wake was left a huge scar on the land, revealing the edges of the portal. In the hours after Regret fled, a backup fleet sent by the Prophet of Truth would arrive and finish the work of uncovering the portal. Interestingly enough, sometime prior, one Dr. Daniel Ndesha, who oversaw the superintendent AI that ran New Mombasa, had himself discovered a portion of the complex underneath the portal. During the start of the invasion, Covenant Huragok would invade Alpha Site and hack the superintendent. One in particular would absorb the superintendent AI into its systems, merging with it. This engineer would eventually be captured by the ODST team Alpha 9. On November 17th, the Prophet of Truth himself arrived aboard the Forerunner keyship referred to as the Dreadnought. Landing on the surface of the portal, it would take several hours before Truth finally activated the site. During that time, the Prophet would briefly visit the former superintendent's site to see the complex that lay below. Eventually, the UNSC managed to break through the defenses around the portal site and launched a counter-offensive, but to no avail. The portal activated and Truth and his Covenant forces left for the Ark. The Sangheili fleet of Retribution and the human ship Forward Unto Dawn would follow. On the Ark, the human Sangheili joint force would kill Truth and end the Human Covenant war, but not without casualties. When attempting to return to Earth, the Arbiter and John 117 would find their escape vessel, the UNSC Forward Unto Dawn, ripped in half by the now unstable slipspace portal between Earth and the Ark. The Spartan would be thrown from slipspace and lost in an unknown part of space, while the Arbiter would make it back to Earth on December 23rd. With the war over, humanity would start to rebuild, but the accession site and the surrounding area would remain untouched. The portal was again inactive, but that would not stop humanity from studying it for years to come. On January 31st, 2553, a Dr. William Arthur Iqbal would submit a communique to security-cleared faculty and on-site graduate students at Edinburgh University concerning the site. He noted that the majority of its underground complex remained unexplored and that it was still drawing power from an unknown source. He also speculated on the possibility of the portal having functions and uses beyond a simple slipspace bridge between Earth and the Ark. In March of 2555, the Halo array came online, a countdown towards activation in 4 weeks. In order to stop it, humanity would need to get to the Ark, and the only way to do that in a reasonable amount of time was the portal. Human leadership reached out to the Arbiter for help, and the Arbiter sent 2 warriors that had accompanied him to the Ark in 2552, along with a Huragok that had worked extensively with the keyship that once stood in the heart of High Charity and was used to activate the portal. After several days, the Huragok finally managed to activate the portal. Following Operation Farstorm, the effort to shut down the Halo array, humanity had full control of the portal and established outposts on the Ark to study and repair it. Travel between the Ark and Earth via the portal was now quick and efficient. Prior to the created uprising, Spartan 4 stationed on Earth were mostly assigned to the accession site as part of Joint Task Force Moriah, responsible for site security. In late 2558, Spartan 4s with experience with Forerunner facilities were being requested for special reconnaissance deeper inside the facility beneath the portal. However, with the return of Cortana and the Created taking over much of the Milky Way, the portal site has once again shut down, seemingly a failsafe of some kind to keep Cortana away from the Ark. The portal is a massive artifact, the main installation site being 117 kilometers or 73 miles in diameter, making it visible from space. The seismic activity detected by Dr. Endesha, which led him to discovering the complex beneath the main installation, extended up into modern-day Saudi Arabia and almost into India. Given this, one cannot help but wonder just how big this installation truly is. So, that's the status of the portal as of the end of Halo 5, along with what the UNSC has been doing to it prior to those events. The portal is a site I'd love to see return not only in future stories, but as part of the main story to come. Certainly not in Halo Infinite beyond maybe some mentions or Easter eggs, but maybe whatever comes next. Quote-unquote Halo 7, since got nothing else to call it, or maybe Halo Wars 3 if that ever comes. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this little video with some of the new information from the Spartan Field Manual. Let me know what you thought of it, and let me know if you have any thoughts on the portal site. Would you like to see it come back in some manner? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.